Hello, my name is Joseph Carlson, and this is episode 263 of Gaming with Grief. And this episode, I'm just chatting with the wife again. We're just talking about games. Hey, baby, how's it going? I
Hey, I'm doing great. How about you? Two cups of coffee and I'm ready to go,
Yeah,
huh?
heck yeah. I'm recovering from a head cold, so I do have another review coming up. I just couldn't be bothered. I feel a little bit better today, but you. I'll say this. I've heard about this game that you're playing. It's called Animal Well, and I heard about it like a few weeks ago in reviews. It sounded interesting, but you have been obsessed with Animal Well. So tell me, in fact, you stopped playing Animal Well to talk about it on the pod. I know once we finish recording, you will go back to play Animal Well. Tell me about Animal Well and why it is so
Well,
great.
I love how strange all the characters are in the game. Uh, it's very colorful,
Hmm.
which as you know, that's one of my things I love in a game.
Hmm.
Uh, it's there's puzzles everywhere, and while I'm not as great at puzzles, it makes you have that back in the day when you were a kid, the endless dying and having to go back and figure things out. That's part of the addiction as well.
The
Because, part
Metroidvania,
of you is like, oh, yeah.
yeah, like the Zelda. Well, I always called it like the Zelda, like the idea that Link would always get a new tool and then be able to go back and get to areas he couldn't get there before. But a lot of people call it a Metroidvania. Metroid famously did that. Castlevania famously did that. So they just merged. I don't know when it happened, but it happened years ago. But I'll say this: what I find so amazing is not only that you've been like head down addicted, like you said, puzzles aren't your thing, and I've seen you in games skip puzzles, and this you're like, I'm gonna figure this out. And you do mostly. You look some stuff up. I think we all look stuff up. I had to look stuff up last night for the game I was playing, but I just I just find it amazing that you have just head down so much. Every time I go in the bedroom, you're playing Animal Well, either handheld.
Yeah.
The art style is really unique too. It's like a 16-bit, like a Super Nintendo game, but it's like very colorful. Like when you're,
Which I really love. I love those two things together.
yeah,
And also, there's quite a few things you can use in the game that are unique, like a yo-yo
hmm,
and a whistle.
right.
Um,
Is that the
you
thing? Is
know,
that the thing making that sound like the
yeah.
song I hear all the time? It's kind of
Yeah, I'm
addicting.
just hitting the analog stick, you
Oh,
know.
and it does different tones based on what you hit
Mm-hmm.
on the ammo. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like again, what I think so fascinating about it is that usually I've seen you in games skip puzzles and like hit a button like I want to be done with this. I just want to get on with the rest of the game. But this one, you're very much like I'm doing it. I'm going to figure this out, which is crazy. There's another game that came out when you're done with Animal Well, which you may like, which is very much on the same level of I think puzzles as Animal Well. But I'll tell you about it when you're done. You need to finish, not need to, but you should when you're done being addicted to Animal Well. There's another game that people are saying it's game of the year, and it's very puzzle heavy, just like Animal Well. So
Well, I will say this game is not linear.
no,
So if you think you're gonna follow something, it's a straight shot, that's not gonna happen.
right,
You just sort of skip around. You don't get any hand holding in this.
right. Yeah, I mean that's good though. Like there's very little description in the game. I just know you're a little gray blob, and there's animals that you have to avoid. And
Yeah, there's like bunnies and ghost cats and
that ghost
it's
cat's pretty spooky. I think I'm using that image for the thumbnail. And yeah, it. You said it goes through walls. It follows you through walls and stuff.
yeah, it follows you until you it's kind of hard to explain
Right.
because when I feel like I'm explaining some scenes, it sounds like I'm a crazy person.
It does. Well, what I thought was interesting is when the game came out and everybody's saying, "Man, this is a really great game." Everybody described the game's puzzles and the like traversal, but they didn't say what kind of game it is. This is a platformer. Think like Mario from the NES or the SNES days, but you are this gray blob jumping around using like your yo-yo to hit switches or a firecracker
You have
to
a
light areas.
slinky as well. There's a
Right.
slinky
Can you ride
and
the slinky or
firecrackers.
yeah, all that stuff. And I think it looks really unique. And I'll be amazed to go into the bedroom later today, probably in about 15 minutes, and see you continuing to play. Like there she is, she's playing it again. I've been playing Destiny 2. You've come in and seen me play that a little bit. I just beat Savathun and the Witch Queen expansion. I got that for like $4. I bought the newest expansion, the Final Shape. I dip in and out of Destiny. I'm a casual Destiny person, but like this game's been going for 10 years. This is supposedly the final expansion in this saga they're doing, and it's the end of 10 years. So I wanted to be there for that and play it. And I think I don't play a lot of Call of Duties. I don't do a lot of shooters, but Bungie cut their teeth on Halo, and shooting is very good in Halo, and it's very good in Destiny. They probably have better shooting than anybody in a first-person shooter. You obviously can't play first-person shooters because you get motion sickness. I've seen.
And I'm not very good at them either.
Yeah, you played Destiny back in the day, and you're like, no, not for me. I don't like this.
No, I can't. I've even played Twisted Metal, and that's not really
That's like
close
a
to
more
what
of a.
Destiny is, but yeah, that made me sick.
Mm. I know years ago we tried to play Portal together too, and you were like, I can't.
Oh
I can't.
no.
Yeah, you got.
I'm really bad at that game. I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know what you need to do in Destiny is some weapons, like melee weapons, they put your character in third person, and you need to just carry around melee weapons and be in third person so you can play the game. Uh, yeah, and then the other game that you played that you haven't liked so much is the Super Mario RPG Thousand Year Door that came out, man, like a week ago or
Yeah,
whatever.
I should have realized what type of game it was. I've never played Paper Mario. So I thought
Mm.
maybe it would be more of like a Super Mario World type of thing.
Oh, because you like Bowser's Inside Story, that one that came out.
Yeah,
It
but
was
this
like,
one is different,
mhm.
obviously.
Yeah,
And I don't like that style of game.
right, right.
And yeah, so I wish I could give it to you, but that's just not
Yeah,
possible
you're
in
like,
the
and
system.
I think I got the SNES Classic, the one with like 21 preloaded games. I don't think a Thousand Year Door on there. I think it's like, there was only a few Mario RPGs. I have one of them. I actually need to dust that off. There's a game I want to play for review on there called Mother 3. Uh, I don't know. What I think so interesting is like, I don't know. I think I don't know if I would even like that RPG because it's timing based, and I'm gonna do a review of Hi-Fi Rush for Tango GameWorks got shut down. It is a rhythm game, and I'm terrible at rhythm games. And I know Thousand Year Doors has a little bit of rhythm, doesn't it? When you attack people, don't you have
I
to?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to
you do.
attack. You have to attack
You
on the
have
beat.
to exactly.
Yeah, I don't think I would dig that as much because I
Yeah.
also am bad at. I'm
And then
really
you have to select your method of killing the enemy, which was like a hammer in a certain amount of time. And I'm like,
right.
yeah, I played it for 10 minutes and I couldn't do it.
That's my problem with Hi-Fi Rush is, they keep saying like, oh, you could be bad at this and still play the game. I heard a little bit about that when the game came out, but like, they make you do certain things, like they make you parry to teach you parry to get, but you have to parry against real enemies to get past to this boss, and I can't do it. I guess my sense of rhythm sucks, but that doesn't mean I think the game's bad. I just know that I'm bad at rhythm games. So it's kind of a bummer. And so I think a Thousand Year Door would be the same way. If you have to hit an enemy on the beat with a hammer, I don't think I would be very good at that either. But I would at least give it a try, to see if I
Yeah,
liked
I
it.
just don't, for me, I just don't find those games with the way I play certain games very exciting
Right.
and it's very like, I don't know, it's not very freeing to me.
Right, because you have to do it a certain way instead of like,
Yeah, I don't like that.
like we were just talking about Animal Well, you can go in any direction you want. You showed me the map. You could
Yeah.
get stuck in an area, go another way.
Yep.
As a weird aside, that's kind of how you liked Elden Ring. You've never really played From Software, but if you would get stuck, you could just leave and come back. Like,
Yeah, I do like that aspect. Like, okay, I can't figure this out. Let me go try something else
yeah,
and then come back to this later.
yeah, like Animal Well, you're looking at the map going, well, I don't know what this corner means, but I'm going to go over here because I think I got a new item and I can go
Yeah.
down and mess with this area a little bit. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else you're playing? I mean, you're just really addicted to Animal Well
I'm
right
just
now.
really addicted to
Yeah.
this game.
I'm shocked. You bought it on
Me too.
Switch. You bought it on
Me
Switch,
too.
and we're like, I'll give it a shot, and then like I fall asleep early because I wake up early, and you're usually cursing at the you're cursing at the Switch in handheld mode at night, where you're like, what the heck? Like, yeah, and I heard you
Yeah,
yesterday cursing.
I have to, yeah, if you're sleeping, I kind of have to watch that.
Well, I don't really care. I just think it's hilarious. I think it's crazy that you're this addicted to.
Me too.
I mean, like I said, I've seen you just say puzzle games suck. I'm not doing
Yeah.
it. So,
Yep.
yeah.
I think it's the more or less like I'm gonna figure this out.
So you
Uh
you definitely recommend playing Animal Well too,
oh, absolutely, 100%.
right? Watch.
Yeah.
I would tell everybody like we've tried to do a good job of describing it, but watch a trailer for the
Yeah,
game
you're
if
gonna
you
have
like.
to watch it because it's kind of hard to explain. There's a
Right.
lot of oddities going on in this.
Again, I just heard written reviews. People were reading reviews like review roundups and things on podcasts I listened to, and I couldn't visualize the game until I actually watched the trailer. And then when I saw you play it, I was like,
I'm trying to get you to play it. We'll see.
"We'll see, we'll see." I'm in the middle of several things right now. I'm trying to stay big with stay on schedule and get stuff done early. Well,
Okay.
I I love you very much, baby. Thank you
I
for
love you very
joining
much.
me for
Of course.
this telling the
Well,
world.
I freed up some of my schedule, so
Well, you literally just put Animal Well into sleep mode on your Switch, and you came in here to talk to me. Well, I love you, baby. I'll see you very soon, and
Yes.
enjoy Animal Well and enjoy that cup of coffee.
Oh, I will. You as well.